probably should have had some afternoon caffeine to get me a little more awake and a little more on it, but I didn't. So, as I've mentioned in the last couple of videos that I recorded, I don't know what order they'll post on the channel, thanks to some folks using affiliate links, I've been able to pick up some new stuff from Drive-Thru RPG. And up next in this box is the Idol of Thoth. I've heard it pronounced different ways. This is from Stygian Fox, Joe Trier, 1920s mystery of horror, born out of ancient Egypt. A missing idol leads intrepid investigators on the trail of madness through Boston and Arkham. Is there a curse? Is the dark god Thoth watching from afar? The Idol of Thoth by Joe Trier. Fear's Sharp Little Needles and How We Roll podcast is an adventure for a Call of Cthulhu role-playing game from Chaosium, set in the classic era of the 1920s. It is suitable for an introductory scenario for a single evening's play. Lovely. And this is a Miskatonic repository, one of the sort of fan-made, or, but I mean, these are not, I feel like that maybe just doesn't have the negative connotations that it used to. It certainly used to have it, but I don't feel like it should. We have some credits. I think that's actually showing up in an amazing twist with my phone and the lighting here. Egypt in the 1920s, even before I was in the Call of Cthulhu, Egypt in the 1920s and 30s really fascinated me, and ancient Egypt has long fascinated me. It's where my fascination and love of ancient history started, was with the Egyptians, and it expanded to much more backwards and forwards in time across the globe. I still would love to visit Egypt one day. I had a friend of mine who was, his dad was Egyptian, and we had talked at one point about trying to go over and visit, because he still had a lot of family, and not that far from Cairo, if I remember right. But anyway, I think they were somewhat moneyed, but we were both so broke we couldn't make it happen, and just the world happened, and we never went, and I don't know if I'll ever actually get there. We'll see. But I've always been fascinated by it. I think Egypt, as a kid, Egypt and Australia were the two places that most fascinated me, and I've never been to either. This looks great. Arkham Sanatorium. Oh no. Cool. I like the visuals. I like the layout. It looks nice. It looks relatively short. Very cool. I don't know if you've tried this one. I certainly I need to go through and read. I've picked up a few of these that I haven't read relatively recently, and I'm always looking at. I'm looking at scenarios that I usually raid them and I remake them. Boy, I'm getting so much glare. I'll try to. Nope, that's just getting worse. But I want to read more of the ones that I've picked up, because I have not been as good about that as I should. I think I was trying to move away from. It felt for a while like the only time I could get anything going was a Call of Cthulhu one-shot. And in my efforts, I think, to run something other than just one-shots time and again, I've kind of moved away from Call of Cthulhu, hoping that maybe one of these other games would be a little better about enticing people to play on a little further. And that hasn't really worked out, but it didn't stop me from picking up some new Call of Cthulhu scenarios. So I'm going to try this one. I'll give it a read, see if it's something that I want to run. And I'm going to end the video before I reflect myself into some trouble. So, all right, until next time, take care.